I suppose after the county final there was huge disappointment. We gave them the week off. And we went back training on this Saturday after the county. You know, it was a downbeat session. There was, you know, obviously there was massive disappointment within the group. You know, losing a county final is never easy, and like to get back up for that. So we kind of refocused the whole thing and put it back on the players and let them drive the bus for a while, you know. And to be fair to them, to a man, like they've really rode in behind and drove on, you know, and the last 3 weeks have been quite good. So yeah, look, we're excited. We're looking forward to today. We've picked a very exciting team, we think. So like, we're looking forward to it, to be honest.
Probably wasn't in the script at the start of the year. We got to semi-final last year and we just felt we didn't do ourselves justice in it, and we made a promise that we would and try and get onto a county final and take it from there. And look, enough, we got over the line in the county final. We've had 3 weeks since. We celebrated well for a week, I'll tell you, and after that we got back to business, and we're fine. We've trained well for the last week and a half there, and all ready to go.
Like if you look at our experience, lads, the likes of, you know, Danny Carney, Conor Sullivan, Craig Leahy, Danny Roach, Jones Saul, I could name a few. Like they've played in 17 Cork county championships, but they've only played in 6 months of championships. So like, while every year thankfully we're involved in the Cork Senior Hurling Championship, it's not every year you get to represent Cork and Sars and Munster. So, you know, we don't look upon that lightly. And like why we did change our attitude 3 weeks ago was the fact that like most of the championships don't come around every year, and it's here now. We have a chance, and we'll give it a go, you know.
The parish of Feakle are nearly, I'd say, in Cork now today. Do you know what I mean? It is emptied out of an end. So listen, we'll give it what we have, and if it's good enough at the end of the day, it's good enough.
Yeah, statistic at and so Neil Ain dina tresh bua all and son ag ein club Gorkig ó gáhíle is an éin or a bhuaig baile nó a handra mar craibh na món. An bua dearnach a goig a món a bhí ag an clár a bheith gáhíle sa séide ag nuair a bhuaig baile é agus chuda son an slíar fad go fada le cluthe canis a mána na héireann. So níl choiríreacht ma ag fórna an chlár agus Corcaí a cahalmór le rion sé sin ní hagan na deisna seo hart ro vinnig seansórga.
Cluthe le canis atá an seo agus cé go bhfuil baile bhí gunnar dúláán mór ag fannach ba bhrála an dálab seo a bheith an agus is mór an deist an dálab inniu.
Yeah, Mark, so cadí de bunrodí mar sin I déh an deis a hapú agus nach sais déan tú a bhhaile ar rá gad dága mar an cluiche seán ar níag.
Well, fócas go méid ar an glyfe agus, you know, tá síorse ag Feakle mar a dúr cahal, you know, bhúil siad bhí sproc ag tasach na bliana so chun craibh an chunta bhóchan tá sin déanta có, so tá síorse cáis ní léon brú ortha agus uanta nuair a hagan an brise tríd cosúil le Feakle agus dún bleisca agus clubna cosúil le sin, you know, imríonn siad níos fearr nuair a heocaigh an craibh na mún agus, you know, tá mig tnúla taspántas olmhór ó Feakle in ómhach Sarsfileds sa bhaile dachar a bhóla.
Yeah, sean céad cluthe idir na fórna seo. So a rís tugann sé sin rud éigen breg breise mar bíonn na gcónaí na fórna ag géirí obair bhaile a dhéanamh very chéile. Rud go méid a nachrabh có éasca an tam seo.
Cinnte an is faisialta dúine ach díreach ráite go an dachar éon obair bhaile dhéanamh ar a chéile tóca mar just ní ráidir ag an buinte seo le chéile, ní ráidir ag an buinte seo mar clubna iad héanana éonar níl anna chuid fine se ann chun heispáintach chéile. So, you know, beidir an céad den a méid sa cluiche just ag géirí sin áilteach cén sais fórna tá os ar gcór agus iad héin cadatá siad chun dhéanamh difriúil óna chéile agus feice míad lads ag seasamh amach nach bhfuil aithne anna bhag gin orthú go fáil chumá.
Ok, deis úntach mar sin don dáhéamh agus a caimid súil go tapig ar na tuirí a bhí ag an dáhéamh le teach fada le seo cluichean taobh caiilte go instant gréibh leis tictá gan dé a héin agus cuma inis mar is áirte gluthe canis amán na múna se an dúis sa fágtar an form ar leataobh dúláán mór seacanómat idir réad agus an cluiche canis se chuid na fórna le Brian Tires.
Se gur mágad a bhíl agus tastáim mar sin le buchaí na háit in na Sarsfileds. Right ahra ón bud na hosa chléir canis an hundain son Ben Graham an chéad chléir críomh a siút sa chóil an club agus ílan seanadú Craig Leahy ar fáil acha beag Cillian Roach a teachtasteach beis mar lechúil láric titig Owen Murphy siar. Conor Sullivan sa chóil isné captain na fórna agus a mohalar na Páirc bhí cían dásigh Danny Carney go maith tréh sí sa chléir canis cúnta Carney go háideach an taítá gas a chuige bheith sé táachta. Maid leis tosa mar sinhfuil an Myers a stigan son maras gnácha tos nó, tá Cathal McCarthy ar náis chuma, ní hosnog sin a réigen agus beis súla is spátas níos fearr ó léirí Jack O'Connor agus Daniel Hogan. Buchlí an Chaoimh ar sin bhfuil gandát gan in aró go ceannis cúnta buingil éir na ébe chuiligin Adam Hogan agus ge Can Smith Adam Hogan gandát imróó go bliana agus ó sin clúna go Ronan O'Connor chun an Arctic 40% 3 bliana a hin. Cadíannig na Sarsfileds le sin magra sin íon cheist se sean lecht gorála beise ar nád stad agus endanúnan a musa trí an láir dréan dúlscíir fad ó sin danan sné captain na fórnin son túpa cúlfach ge Martin Daly sa bachtas go dtí seo agus leistigh tan ógus na cúnaí Taci Daly agus ó sin O'Connor an bheirt sóige.
Seabail is doch a bíon cosantóirí maithe a tastáil ó gach taobh agus tá siad sannig Feakle tránóna ach na Sarsfileds. Tá meascán mar a dúir Johnny Crowley an san cahal tá reintas na leadseig immer 7 mbliana i gréibh amán na Chorcaí níor immer siad an Iridson i gréibh na mún. Na Sarsfileds i gcíiríonn cluiche canis a bhaintach. Anion gacha dhéanaidir sa chanta, seo é lá mór dóibh.
Seo é an lá mór. Níos mór ná an cluiche canis fiú i gCorcaigh agus seo an seanach agus is dócha tá si de gcíire freigra áil ar cháil siad níomháin gur cháil siad san nómadí dearnach le haid cúil nó cúlín dearnach. Bhí farraspar más a cluiche canis caiise dimmert níos fearniu.
Okay, so Céimí chuna sa bheith mar sin le bailile bheith gunnar cáil hena haint an cluiche canis na Sarsfileds nó Feakle a bheith glótha beag arrán a bhíonna going agus an sonna chéad le.
Mar sin fáidráimsa an áde bhréir gan a bhrá an nús ar a Páirc goin agus tá tuiscin níos fearr ar an gcuin sa hús namar atá híos tá si séad go láidir ó thuid na láimh cléan sa coislí fear bhaidéige Thomas Walsh mar réitóirin sa Feakle na gansathe buí na Sarsfileds na gansathe gorma an son agus de bhuaig na Sarsfileds cabh na pingine agus an cinenne dianta go a gcóna leochar íráda immer te gine na gaothe.
Ja, de gan ná fórna Gorcaigh an san imríonn siad gona gcuireann den céile agus tá an gcuid an láid ar fad so bheith fáid ceappa go mbeadh 5 7 pointe ag teastáil ó Feakle ag lehanana.
Ron O'Connor leis an céadún sídá siúd anna Hansen sa antrathra sin agus tá scór fachtaige siúd gháthe an díomh mar sin a lehéadthe sach.
Anna scór an son just ruúthar an son nó Rory O'Connor agus an sin just pass an son go dtí a grathar an son agus Haran Trasnán agus sin tús úntaach an son ag Feakle.
Se berta bhuaigh chun an Arctic le na Seosamh ón dulach an son 3 bliana ó hin ceatar fad solimtá tusnú tróna a bhuaigh an cluiche canis sin be Ron O'Connor an captainach na Sarsfileds ganis Jack O'Connor ciún go maithe son na cluiche canis chunta an ré a breid a gceann son agus í túirtamach ó hebh na láimh cluiche agus ar fóraí.
Ja, bit go sé bhhaid níos fearr dá dhéanamh sé sa achhuaáil ó sin.
Pogamach tapig, buirt an son a lár na Páirce, ceann son seoltaisteach agus seolta Harris se Trasnán ag captain Oisín Donlan.
A scór an son ríis agus Sars dulta colar don óid an Pogamach agus de caig dag siad Oisín ina éonar an son agus cúlín bráha.
Siúr Oisín na Feakle agus tá Bertacha ar chlár a scór hena hénig. Ceann son seolta trasnaige Luke Elliott. An nús an son tá Aaron Myers méisteach sa lína lá tasach. Ever Quilligan. Ceann son builte an clíán tíos córábhar leis a dhéobh lína ag siúd. Cailúnt cinnte se Craig bhfuil ní cailúnte tá se fácar lár ag Johnny Crowley ach fear bhfuil taín am líana aige. Neistréir chéile tá se a sacrú síos. Seo chun inis Darcy fear bhfuil luasán Put to last year I guess showed that will score and son which I Clay did Clay and son I get Daniel Hogan.
Sin gá clónar strain á ag na Sarsfileds agus bula tapig an son over chuig in a reach.
Sha Council na stop Elish go destin son get Shane McGrath Sean Boyle scorála. Ní hen Ferrisir de Muir Shane McGrath. Cali Skelton son agus Poxair ag na Gwili.
It's just Poxair and son agus chance éasca inis de Shane McGrath sto go hogi get but the Uron and son tá Killian de Roast, Killian Roach, Tactic Stock and Big Session. A gamert a Shane McGrath son on Maradoto and Faris Bueli Taig Feakle and son so sin test more and that og.
Mission first treis rack scorála and of Gadisha hen a da de shacht near Chorgimach ein Dakracht and Sage agus Neil seeking the fainty ganach senior with Katte Tasach Mali and the Hebrew Derter. Mission Pokamach and so Ben Graham Takestach and Hart Dunach McCarthy Tahiard Hege Ben a Mufe and Bark Feish Council Scholte Fadige Myers a Stiggenson agus a rééis tá ré a crow right fibena mad le lev an tritrigs í túrlingt over dan Jassenson ige oin túi machen sogdi imir og na blian agus an rail tog butleige Adam Hogan cadna full butem lianige concentrate and so ige Brian Murphy ta berra a William Moher Conrad Sullivan Trish Cooney Valer 2 och Canishan Khunte Hamáint isteach a dro chuúil hénig ige Stephen Conway. Ifre hénig ag an son in de núnan dúrach lem gúil Czechosúile Will O'Donoghue lim ní sa chorchaige beg san Samuel. Nis marsin na Sarsfileds a gúmpar an clitar a gynnin na gaithe. Daniel Hogan agus bhí builebeag déanach an son Chola McCarthy.
Yeah, just Bulla Amadokanari Mani Rev Sazi Dolena, just featured Dol Trust in the Park, just came to reach, I guess just fog gun come on, Stigan Sunday getting done and Ganian Kuslash, I guess chance Nietzsche Eska gun in agree shop Butashe Eska Galord Daniel Hogan is Bukoga Voyager show.
Chat Glorn La Darnach Canich Hunte La Guihamuir Homa, the Hoder Leshing is a kid and Lawson, Kinney de Frulinov. Dol in the Quinne, agus tá san stúr go Crainige Daniel Hogan, hit scored the Chorry Chorkay.
Yeah, she non score and son.
Nish Macantá Joe Donlan Shane McGrath. Fui fehe agus the minúr don Glarbúg Shepon in Éireann leis an bhún fui fehe héan a gábhíl sa cardí gach tan Councilnige Donlan 4 réil. An captain a gár de Corn an Chaoimh Hamilton, Marianne Aherd an 8-8. Nish Martian, Shachuni Kiriach, Brian Murphy. Count Dassisteach and so, Smachte Gadasson Sonnestig get James Sweeney. If the Anava Bauti, Sachle Canish Kunte, Achta Sonner, Yeshin Tsikiner for Ilka Ronel.
Yeah, agus an Tom son, you know, vi Liro rúntoch fight again son, agus Kashe a mokodi on Teavlina in on the Kassa Istig on son, agus Fioan Liro da Achor side, so right there, va Kaiteg na Sarsfileds nis the cake Queen no made.
Ja, er is toch Kecho Dekkers als je verder agus mannen me voor een oorlog nu gaan toe krijgen gewoon tijd. Ach wie zie zegt dan kan je Marshall Sweeney, tak is tegen de Michel Aaron Myers, aan de Hossen Good Jones en Bertuke Hound, kan de Foos erboleger.
Shin degin in ish, for real conish agus Kaishi de events in order in ish. Sna Cossentori Marta Feakle Bokent Gakli Road Gak Tokamaka give a Culligan.
And Cork come on and get Ushin Clune. A yin and Vartan Sunta Sunlesh. Agus and Vartian to get Ushinella Dundon and Captain on Tarnacon again.
Yeah. Shinana score and Ishagus dear going to Pockanamak and Son Ta Feakle egg broken the Pockanamak Fada egg ever Culligan Agus egg din of Anna Ramashta Fad.
Well, been Dakrachty leis against the Sarsfileds and going to McCullen or the hit Brian Lawton shears the head lad the Gelder and Pokamach. Chance to make a house of her gets it Savage, Colin McCarthy, Count Das, Trasna and the Parkinson, Colin McCarthy, Adolchan Keenach, Berham her showed, Shane McGrath. Siúgan in a 40 lár Páirc. Anna Yasser fad anna Chaoimh to get Aaron Myers. Agus gan ein leis gur scaoile fé bhfuil sí fada go leor. Cúpla tríd eile trastáil. Adam Hogan tosna is lína lán chúil ag Feakle. Agus ébre chuiligin sin pastan scoach de bhí an aine anna scailtan sonama. Agus Carlís géilte Ronald na Sarsfileds ní siad a gréimiach le fós.
Well, dúirt mí seo hena féin, tá sin anna scaoilte ar fad na cosintóirí agus ag tuairt mórán spásta na únsathóirí ag Feakle an son agus a rís ní a bhéon duine timppel 10 láatnú 10 méidir an gunn son agus just pass siar an son agus duine feolir chalísear agus seans éasc golóir ag Shane McGrath rís frei chun faras bar cear a cúlí na choretra. But caiig siad rudí a cheann tú mórán ar cúl.
Son búirte crín ige, 8 mat caite, cúginn de féintí ige curraí an chláir, tánstí chorcaí agus ganach ceann clára cosúd. Nis tá dóhann seilbh cinnte ige na Sarsfileds go dtí se Colin McCarthy lánach go leor san immer tógan nis tá san go deasacha seansans ó ge Colin McCarthy in é stack agus é á bhóla ach anna féinte agus anna Chaoimh.
Ja, well, clúig na Sarsfileds do immert mar sin trína línta an sanach just scór dasan san ag Colin McCarthy ach a rís coilte ag na Sarsfileds ar cúl.
Méidsin slachtathe Owen Murphy, mar a dúirt isir mar lán chúlaí tróna, machchan sa go dtí Cian Darcy inis. A múnteoir bunscoile a bhfuil anna hiúil féin ar bhíonn sé, a Mar Lewis, Dachary Hogan, an chosin beagán cuairmachchan san Con Smith, ní a bhéin ón ar pucsair a chéile ach dhéon sé, bhí an puntáiste thuairt ge Thomas Walsh, das na Sarsfileds.
Just struck a beag an son ar a gúlan rís agus gan éon cúis leis an áíire just struck a beag cúmín an son agus nuair a chuig Adam Hogan tríd an son bhíos aige go raibh séar foc aige in áíire mar bhíos aige go dúra an réitóir Thomas Walsh siar.
Daniel Hogan agus Colin McCarthy tosnathe go maith sa tríon láir das na Sarsfileds níl an nuirt san seilbh méisteach in lána lína lán tosa go fóil.
sé agus má aon sé seo faoin big dí mar Feakle.
Agus a bhfuil san méthir chlé ar fóraíl.
Ja, well, is minic hena a dúirt mé, Munster club an son agus mar sin na pucan na séire an a háchtach, smacht an a háchtach agus nach géalann tú pucan na séire éasc an son sin an formra chun buchant agus na seansan a hógant ach Sars an son roinnfach coilte go dtí
Fer mafacht ge Cillian Roachinson Shane McGrath, sin banistóir Johnny Crowley, tarna blian ar ísteach ní héisián chiad tréimh sige áistúrú. Nis mar sin Luke Elliott, an mucamach Luke, agus dábhar a fachtar na sin réist an chlúiseachta Har a bheith snasta, Colin McCarthy ná a bheith chun lá déarnach. Nis mar sin tá nuas aige seo an féidir an bearnach oscailt Myers han sé begáin beag trast an son agus tá seans leite bhí sé ceart go a riocht a bhaint an deisisin. Ceann scuilte ag Feakle an trosa. Bhfuil Murphy boca amach measim go bhfuil. Dachary Hogan. Ceann sa seolta go háir de gé bhfuil sé leistigh den gúile. Well, shaking ar fóraíl viidir míchraín sa chéadla a gluithe ceannis an chúntaithe agus an galar céan an jobhartha.
Shaking ar fóraíl a cáinis agus bud a rís na cosintóirí don óid caiig siad teong túair muintear Feakle an son chun doiníanamh de nach dugann siad seansna éasc go dóibh.
Gafa category Adam Hogan, nis mar sin, crídíireach síos a drón chúil eile. Nóir de leon son, Brisha fachtige Shane McGrath, trasta go Daly, fer a bhfuil gá chúil fachtas a bheachtas ag Martin Daly, fer a bhfuil cruúsiad chuireach aige féis rí in na hell immerthe go dísa. McGrath, úil bhíonach go maith mar iirecht agus ar fóraíl mar a Hurling sé.
Chance an sonnig Shane McGrath agus beag go méid sin níos fearr dúclach sé staach beáin leis, but bhí an illing géir agus de coil sé.
Bútan son ag Daniel Hogan ach Con Smith an nús siúd agus ceoid Con beidir a feinte hénig an sa with a fada galore Neil genta go maith ag Graham Sílbúr a versa tá an hóna Nis mar sin an Shannon Dúil Conor O'Sullivan go tóiste cho fadal le Myers a choréis amach hairse do bblina Níl snas an áíre ortha seachas fá glúiseacht an sahas an súd. Dúis fuór gan dátas na búteoirí tá an hóna tá bailile bheith gunnar cáile hena hinnig de chléir canis na mún agus deisiúntaach i gas na fórna seo ná thug gur i chéile riamh hena. Seacht gréibh cúntaí an taobh búte i gas na clubban na sa. Go leor seileh á chéir go neafaiseach ón dáibh go dain féin. Ní puint fisce gan de Daniel Carneach seach an Darcy. The shots of our heaven alive occasion. Point on the Asser Fad. Carney agus Darcy sneak at Astley Kayla. For real. Well, this launch your all to Grevike. Try Chaoimh. Und I violet tight Fevru. Well, Tan Kaidan Tite, the Gone Hone and let Tamalina Nuas. Conor O'Sullivan, Rev College and Son, Versa Thomas Walsh. Carl McCarthy, Tite Shear. Gunnion na Guiach taking check will Páirc na more Grion. On Páirc sin a Roskell to get the roher, it's on Iglihan, will paint and Trussaka, Tagadain.
Yeah, Kyle McCarthy don't know, Talon Duka Shahe, agus Gortig Sheffield, Virksha Bitter in Temple for Corky and Son Imlina, Monocortio Gay, but is Talamahe, agus is Bralish Fagamert says Gassiroidok, in Muhlana Parker, Extra Harlish, Column Donoy. Búlinn sé timp cuma cé go bhfuil a carry got a grim just rihin sé timp mar cosantóir agus mar únsathór ón go chéile.
Se gortú góling a bhí crasta Carl McCarthy tá san mé for Éileann son. Iirecht lá go leor ag Cillian Ban. Betrahar leis ré agus tíomid ar an banéal chomá. Nis mar sin. Paul Leopold. Hamáint son agus hamáint go crín haris sé trasnáin. And 3 pointe Imliana.
Yeah, just told the Anna Sierra the Garfad's 3 in Lawrence on Nilain Farkal in our area, Tasha at Mark Clehe, Tasha says Mark Clehe, Fihil Ishliak, Nietzsche, Chonan Ekerta, the Sarsfileds, Tad Dinnis of Reshako, here, Noratan, Lerodek Feakle, and some Kena Yanvik Feakle, but like Nilain says physical, take Buntlish, is Gactina, Tasha Spointok, Nilain physical down.
Darcy reached. Massenjegel na Cossiga and son Cillian Ban Rud the Fear agus Crane Cali Shelley Gaelte. Well, the hostig meter na chláir Lewis Lasrach ach tá a gaidan son leis tithe le 7 umtaí an ús.
Yeah, just struck a beag an son agus cén fá gunníon fá says Calisha gunne agus mu you know nacalis an taobhlín an son agus a gunne na gcuithe but seo ceann dachar iniste Adam Hogan beirg sin níos fearr tá Darcy Sayre an son in lábhail tá sé grithistachis but bhí sé Sayre fe cúpla second beirg sin níos fearr ag Adam Hogan is ceann garad a chur gunne agus i grithróid chun an 1-2 mar defa.
Níine chuig beidir a seaca agus tá sé sin methe Istachan son a chlé a réist cráte. I guess the hireach is mac a saoil chlé canis a chúdéis a chéadla.
Well, another, you know, bully marchin right tá fan gate tá sé idir chune an son agus tucamach dasarí sé ag Feakle.
Stephen Conway, den na Bert Catach óige an the roar ag Conway, Shanser Hole go dain hénig, tuca sé an peinte obair chruig.
Yeah, an a réhan sin an a rohar an son just rúg Shanley Road agus a bhfuil leis fan a defa Cassia timp agus bhí sé róláid an son just a cosantóirí díreach tríd agus beidir dá meach aine taobh leis istíg beidir go bhfuil féidir sé pasisteach agus beidir go mbeadh cúlacha.
Mac an bhainisteoir an son Stephen Conway agus anna féinte geisiúd an chéad ceann le 8 neomad. Acu, níos déantar osar fad ag Jack O'Connor, tá fearr leistíg dá agus tá féinte tóca ag Jack O'Connor cégur a bhrá istíg.
Well, cléthe teo mar seo rinne Jack O'Húnta an son rúg Shanley Road agus ré agus déag sé staach go tapig agus thóg sé a chólín féin agus lá mar seo tóg na seansan in nóir tá tílig tacht.
Fachtan sóige Oisín Danlin, Glocáil Vahan Sunnach Tom McGrath, Tachtastach, Cork, come on, and he has to get Carney, and Tahi get showed, Slachta get Carl McCarthy, and Sourson, Gohani Bader and Vercha McCarthy, Agus and Fersa Darcy, Agus a reached, Tana Cossaco Marley Lewis, Stachan Sogri Aaron Myers, Sweeney, Trust and Khul, if Evle pass, Talking Myers a feint, Agus Shin Tref, Anavahani, she gets a Sarsfileds.
Blockall das an agus an son de glúisina Sarsfileds hús fan Páirc agus an a roar a fado Darcy Jackie Myers agus fi sé sásta leis an gúlín agus nó réicadú an clás goráil inis a bhríonn Sheikh Gúlín in ag Sheikh Gúlín agus tá bhíocht dímá ar Feakle an son féige mar leis an méileidir seo.
Agus Queenie gan ochcí in de hand na tacker ar fóríle gas a Sarsfileds. Brian Murphy, a Lanúnt and Glitter Sheeranson. Iar chapta an Chirai. Maki Varachu Chorcaish ne Owen. Counts on a Machan Sagadi Ben Graham. Schultach and Keane get shoots Macht Eka Hauling and Myers. Nish Marshin had Surna Yowig, which a Clistikalor Taw. The hit and Stittlewig Kakalor. Kinif Shea Guimer Hain, Pulli Kinuna.
Ja, ik ga toe aan een credoen te hoort aan zo'n maar lig zeker je kan je voelen kimi dan zo'n er aan een gewaald zo'n er grinchen nou veel kan zo lig zeker wat je voelen zo'n risk van chelash en gewoon agus stoppen Killian Ban en zo'n agus beter kom ik chance ge Cork come on daar dat zo'n wat is te stop je terecht aan Myers tot is right agus cool brand zo'n ik niet zo schillig big shit aan de haast de shin.
Leonard Spence Páirc go Lewis na Sarsfileds a Crow Moran Jackrachty the end at Cosanta the Feakle.
Chaoimh Darcy Crow Moran triblori door tá sé gimmer to mohilor buil size either Lorna Páirc agus an nor und Sahoran son agus you know tá sé Crow Moran 5 na.
Carney leis techtach an immer gomor Colin McCarthy nach Glanda. Ober Chrúige ge Carney coig beidir Shaska on Spruck. Agus a bhfuil counts an seota a chléige an naú counter fóríl.
Ifrené an son an ganzi agus an naú counter fóríl an son agus bhí sais róna eile bhí deisna eile de you know díine thuirteach sa nimmert.
Conor Sullivan a dul siar smut an á leis an son ó sin ó Conor treist an chiad féint a gáil treis ein second diag do mar sin gan geeks na mix ó hinas. Trustin saw come of Vadis far and the Sarsfileds. Ben Graham. Ahamoint son Huntosik Taraka Yenavige Myers. Gamachan Keenan saw Owen Daly. Farnafilach Rochla Emerega Eglevel son a Shincher Agasta Kachta Radige Myers.
Well on Leroy the Forshe on Thompson Viche. Also Cormac agus Nieta can Faro Feakle Morani and free but Jin Cool agus Gar Colleen and Myers agus Kinta. Tá sais tá smachtig an dromistig an son Myers agus Darcy na Cossentory.
Gan doubt a Sarsfileds gimmert a gunnin na gaithe ó sin Danlin ceann eile ordheistach nós cumile man sonnige tá sé siúda díanamh go maith an captain.
Ja, na scór an sonach dead far on so go bhfuil you know go bhfuil na Sarsfileds gimmert sais ar a gompór an son agus Feakle in our réan na Cossentory free.
We scoren de techt begani buk fánach anish de vogli in de Feakle nach maar leren son ach oil chat tapok se boete kaklor en sonnige Paki Daly Jaharle own en lawn goeie grosse kainter Tamlin Viggo en ach le hedi onigus Brian Murphy anish de stooi mu ganebre wel die krijmer gemaan en son goma agus mag nikken retore shin Tá Páirc an ghaine héide gawish.
Ja, no ninja shot éasca bhríon an son tá gcuas ag séide sais ar yes beganin so cai sé a bhúla cuiteach leidir I dúirt nach déon sé fóríl ar an taobh yes.
Sprachaliad an báistí titim tá sé sin stúra go hádan ar fád a drón chuile hawl agus Shane McGrath. Chá féint in isha. Well, Jack Conwinson on Dave Howl, tá capína chavge agus tá Denny no Bertenson ar a Dave Líne gan out a grís in na fórne. Dermot Gleeson an son le fiscin choma a bhíle baile nua handrum a cégur ó bhaile na hínse den brdár na hennig ó chúchas ó brúfathe get Darcy ríist. Murphy, big on big mé seála siúla sin agus fachta go núnan bhfuil ó donna hún chláir. Cliste aní as fad. Man sin stitter, well, tá súr Sarsfileds meoltas deach ag Leopold. A techt amach agus a plés go John Cleháin. Istechan sa aní as fad go Hogan. On Cork amán ag Donlan. An is tá Cork ann. An is tá beganí fisiciúlacht ann. Ach tá spás buntamach ag Daniel Kearney. Bhfuil an taimhlína buntamach ag Stitter Neil. Kearney, Ishal Gear, I gcuine na gaotha, Harrison Trasnán, Anna Fastimmertha.
Yeah, Anna Blue Rimmer and son agus in there na dála de bhuaig in the Sarsfileds and Leroy agus fi Daniel Kearney in the éan and the Muir and Glehan agus Anna Leroy Adam Hogan agus a Rish Rashno te trí cúlín mar fadas Páirc.
Nish. Seachna mut begáin na chuisle Dálan son and Lán Tosí agus tá Council Puerto go Crean and son against Stephen Conway.
Just Bullamako ever Culligan agus a reach Saoirse agus Helen Trasnán Díreach agus sinna tarlú go minic sa gléthe seo a cafarrán son go méid na Sarsfileds big si son a bhhaid níos fearr ó thaobh compórda ar an taobh lína.
Nadidir bhfuil Adam Hogan Culligan Feakle Cian Darcy bhí sin a háta son péascéil agus se chuine nise Gachéan Radam nach Mauritania bucht and Puertim Liana Gavish and Lech Himmerek Canish na Saha Hogan Rees agus tá Berna Moore Greenish get Darcy first air on Def out Sinead Myers on pass Cordavaris Pluch again Gusto Ever Quilligan Les Savoy than Gatesco.
Well, my Ekmi does sin a reach of Rian, but Cordo be the Dolan Troiler, Kimi don't such and Jack O'Connor gone come on, a Corona Brewer, Adam Hogan of such nor a fortune and Shellverson, Peter come here them Aaron Myers needs far Dolan T and Troiler, Connick Share Rashishtak, Master Gus and Tori, August unstop on Sonny Quilligan.
Well, a couple of Carter by Dalton and son Adam Hogan, Trish Carter by Holt. I guess Daniel Hogan the stole him if he on come haba. Nashkiel Jack O'Connor. Diarmid O'Sullivan, Royalish and Chaoimh came out.
Well, Anna Mahara Kayla Stoker. Okay, Shaska Coiginish, August Shohi and Trio Hanster, Adam Hogan, and Keen Father, Dirok, was Coran Gould, Biognach, August Bakoga Voyak Shesho.
Council Bultach again, Daniel, August Bultach, Ukraine again. Cool Atra Arist. Well, she had the Sarsfileds again in Kinnet, all the green and the Griha. Because Neil and Aricht of went again Feakle Asan Montage to Shin Marba Vallo Achahard. Because Tinach Carney and Meadur Khursi. Kegon and Council Kramach Harris at Evelina. Because Nimona Sauce at Tom Myers. Now Crowley and son. We shall all go bit in him. Rory and I read again in Kinne. Nor vi der taka goeing en began in Bug Trish Kalunt and Clay Canish. Go out the Huntut Fair, Grave the Moon. Finding the Tulcha Slacher and the Rixach Well Canish, August by the Gunner gone out. Import Lordiga, skill in your Pontage on the Valley Cup. Pass live in RF Pringle and son. Talk again Leopold. Race touch the game, she came a Hurling Steve, so by the Gunner could I find a green rich boat to east. Stachan Tuggy, Carl McCarthy, Talk Carney Sayer, Take Grahamiga, Con Smith, McCarthy, Gustash the getting party like I blew and saw Aaron Myers. Pluch Tomato, Oshin Clone, a fire on Verton saw Augustal Luke Elliott, Huntut Fair Hole, like a Sarah get Quailigan, me Harrison Trasnán, Cork on Husset Mata.
Yeah, Tashi Esco Gloders, the Sarsfileds Ganish, and passing the Garron, son August Elliott Suas, August Erunish, says Bullshit, Bob and son, August Kashi Stack, but stop my egg Quilligan.
Nish Martian, Trina McQuill Ledol, August Tastoy Gear, on Feakle Ryan score no right from Lahama. Darcy Richt and Malin Augustin Tori, Jack O'Connor, Corta by Fachtigan Nero Adain, Peter Bra, Fachtan Ishiga.
Yeah, on a score on Son agus equivalent Danish tá si dá bhócan ag na Sarsfileds an son sa Augustin Tori says tá smacht tá na hunsa hóirí smacht ag féchan sa.
Tá sé cholan sa get Donlan, ní raibh sé úntach mar hang a bháil, ach beidir go bhíon curchaige. Brian Murphy, a reached on a Chadern's Bosch, James Sweeney, Honey Council Hogan, Tessir to Edinburgh, Howloin. So,
like Feakle reached in Fefa Capra came for Chris Sweeney and Leroy just a vulture Rashi Agachinian Sheriff, Sarsfileds go wide contossing and son Chaska Coig and I get Trigger Coig.
Mentioned James Sweeney and Sonny Galen, Puck Sarshin, Ach V. Shanson saw. Owen Murphy direct council the ball amach Lena come on.
Cork come on massive just bugger better no better got a chance to get better AR do and son agus still stack let's just Cork come on oh Elliot better a Crasto. Marador to Avrian Fisher Tastal Gogero Feakle and son.
But Tasha Lesha during I have eared 3 Kele better against the Sarsfileds. Kinto I have Lewis over Quilligan. Council to mind to Sus Fannick Leon. Took a nose Cadasson son again Brian Murphy. Queen to crew talk again Oisin O'Connor. They did a go I lashed to Conor O'Sullivan. Tai either Junta O'Sullivan a Cowdo and Sunlish. Sheer Rish Ma Togs and counting Jan Kiragadas again Noonan. Agus a fight to fact again then.
Anna Bloor him and son you know Foinoch Agus Leroy Colomakari Noonan Sidera Agus Dira Cannon Trasnan Big Nice more than say Simmershin and Tasdalo Feakle but another more now smack the commander on the Sarsfileds Cruz and son.
Smacked Alling again Myers and son Stackedy Hogan. Agus Tasha Tigam to Vadni Savannah Marian the Canish and Junta. Fox Irish Tachasha Num to Ta Foger a Hurling Ray Torlish Agus Con Smith a Keshtu Hinne on Ray Tor a fair Yimmeranova or John Conlon the Clay Canish on Junta and Nidig Agus at Varson took a Stach or Fanny and Junta A Agus her no Uncle John Brennan Vuch Craven Herne Tradown or Garner and Nidig no Shea. Kevek go Canish the moon Fe Car Hogan I came out Dassie Shell Agus Crane Hummer. Nish Marshin and scored Dienachansa the Vochley and Chlár McGrath on a Stach Agus Anna Varticht and son Bob Bull to get Achillian Roach. Neavine son top puck Sir Lesh Boot and son again.
Yeah, Arish and son better Aspatahi and son. You never even got the stock just come at it, just relation son Agus Shea McGrath just on you Dishlik Shian Gulan and son Marianach Tosima just Dishlik Shea Agus Fies again son Garif Kalish Ahun Tuoke Fisha Valla Agus puck Sir again is now Neil Shea Royeska but it's a short touching on a cream.
Shane McGrath, then the Yenur are a Nahara Gimmerton Nedig, Ochta Hocht, Shadon, Aher Shaw, a Moni Club, the Brienne, a Gunta, the Clodem Lena, Shane McGrath. Agus Fianishin son, can I have got took on Gradamson on a score.
Yeah, Nira Shishinieska, Arish, you know, Leshan Way and so if I cap a bit ago, Mooligam. Múlig Feakle Suas ar na Cossan Tori initiative does not fill the Sarsfileds Kyung Garda the Cormach.
Machan draw Jack O'Connor, Mach Butcher Jack Oisin O'Connor Nish, Chun Keen and so Agus Desh and so again Martin Daly, Dirk Shell Lashtig Doctor through Cossato Shin Paston Scott is Tach draw Stephen Conway, Trustin Voidiga Stephen, Ganane Elenu Himmeristach, na Cossato Kalioha against the Sarsfileds. Agus den Hénig Shen through na Reim She Cool and son. Shashan var at Reim She Cool and Myers Sen Neoma Diag Agus Kegar Hostig Feakle Anna Lloyd and Sugs Brother Kenne Fintachen Keen Tresh Och Neomat or Henny Len Sarsfileds Myers Daniel Hogan Daniel Carney Brian Murphy Agus Dean Elena Head a Crow Goodil Butcher Eva Quilligan Pouta Wine Sekiad Lashin agus tá an bontáiste ag clas Corcaí hena dóí agus sa Sarsfileds náid a héine ag Feakle an chláir síos goed sa gail.
So bhí bua tránó na neamh ag Kilchorma Cilathi Nave Moling as Carlach agus ag baile chaisláí Vica Cogáin Thomastown, so cílíonn sé sin go méid baile chaisláán agus Kilchorma Cilathi a going sa chéad beo an deir seach na going sin cléthe leithcheanna sem an na Lion Arigil Chiaráin agus Clonaireann a bheith going sa dara cléthe sin cléthe leithcheannis pelle chuige ola, so sin de dánig se chuig. Okay, so cáil mór statisticí chud ar dúis sin chéad le.
Agus an méid atá cortha mú ag na Sarsfileds, ní gín ar fad atá cortha mú acu.
Okay, Mark?
Deis gorála trí cín déag as fios cear.
Right, so an dara le mar sin ar as chud sa bhrian.
Caite se get Thomas Walchinson, Samuel Feakle na Kilchorma Cilathi a dul ag Grave Lion, dimmer na Sarsfileds ina gcuinn san le déanaí agus de búdar le cúcín de faointí sa chluthe sin. Achan sa coislí tránhóna tá dúláán mór greenish rih bhuachalí na Feakle ón gláir tá sin McGrath tusta mar lán tasí sa tarna leisio ach ar éis tá plúcha ann aber hácht ag ón Murphy an Trussan bontáiste anmhór fisiciúlacht ag Murphy má sé tá leanúint sin McGrath agus in airíonn an chéad chlibert go fiú tracht ar a tránóna tuag sleasa den Feakle.
Ja, agus é just ag fécinn síos fan barcan sin a bhí nílach bert ó na Sarsfileds gleistigh den lína 65 méadar an son so tá gachtain a sé coolú siar go dtí go bhain siad an líróidir tóca agus sin ag buintú taid as a good lúsa.
Sníad James Sweeney agus Aaron Myers ach siad buachlí an chláir atáir an ón saí. Grain Curragh anna Yasser Fadden son ag Owen Toohey agus Pete an bhrá ag fear lá na Páirc.
Ja, bin scór das an son crotha ag Feakle an son agus Corragh an trasnáin ag déalaí ag Toohey an son agus tuaigh sé sin 6 milliún dóibh inis ag $2,000 le.
Ja, iad mar sin go cool ar éistecha. Council Port an tros ag Ronan O'Connor. Mach le Adam Hogan, dear fag me chur ógnú teach sa chluthe beganí beag ní sa bhó choma. Scope trust in the Parkinson and Osra McGrath. Council le buchten agus tá sí facht again McGrath. Sé Sean Cork in Unach. Puck Edeke san Ray Tower. Tá Puck Edeke brown to get Thomas Walsh tá McGrath sínte. Agus den na Berta Cocuich le na chéiliste Conor O'Sullivan I lá an éananig sa feiste sin a chónail fear seo.
Ja, just ag fécinn ar seán son cíimiid ag dolisteach buile trast an son ag Conor O'Sullivan well an tá leis an sin go bhfuil an cart a buí seachas darag má éicmid ar an sóráid so sin just buile an gúil sin cart a darag im thuairmse agus big an tá leis.
Well, Neil gan dát an tarna féchant ag Thomas Walsh agus tá na cosa tu go leis ag Conor O'Sullivan captain na fórn an son.
Tála sé McGrath son agus de cúis ar fóríle ach chance ag cúdáil inis ar chuiligh tagtha bhíoh túsúnta go cát sa cúlín foiite go hena féin ag Toohey agus inis tá bhaíoch ar chuiligh seo.
Martin Ben Graham náfuil géimetecha an chéad chluthe síte críomhad an goman I gunne éive chuiligh an a bhig bána léir na mbliana. Nada go hálaí de chuileann beidir go meach chluthe fósagain.
Búlta go húnta an son ag chuiligh an isteach an son ar clé an chúlmhaile agus inis ar cóscór agus tá séis cléagain.
Se bhí san Samuel de thóg Shane McGrath cúpla puck éirice sa chréibh sa chláir am líana stoppacha iad ceanna go gluthe ceannis an chúnta agus in neomhann cinena éive chuiligh na húirt chun tosaigh agus ba bhahan smaoine bheith. Héna dó díag an taobhanis gan ach tríú mut goile sa caite sa tarna le agus sin é fear an chúil. Fear raibh tréimh sí dacra go leor ag rain cléim líana leis an glár ach de léirigh sin a din túr agus dosach sé mar a chuig an bhéanaar aig. Nis Cathal McCarthy le pointe fíorthach mar ragra das na Sarsfileds.
Ja, and a score on Sunday, Kyle McCarthy, agus go tapping off Feakle leis an Buckamach, agus tá siad ag buintú side as na línt an son tá siad ag dul trína línt inis fé mar a dhéanana Sarsfileds sa céadla, agus beidir go nuirigh sé sin níos fearr lá sa dara lean san na gine na gaotha.
Steachnaí McCrary chun tosig ar Owen Murphy, tá an peinte facht again McGrath, score inis, penny trídí an taobh.
Beidir go sin an plan ba cuar bheith ag Feakle an son an ní rud a chuir Steachnaí McGrath.
Se anna chórach inis, pas an gcuid siad a feidir sin a Dubai tá Joe Blake an son amó, ír ifigach caidreh Poiblí Chorcaí. Agus súil hir a chiimeád aige ar seo, ach má cheaptaíine greibh se seo hartaigh le ham agus cóin na gaotha gas na Sarsfileds sa tarna le. Well, bhí tuiscin difriúla aige dear Conor ar chórsaí, dúdín san aige in the chlab. Trusan Pléascach an cín Ronan O'Connor, a chrágan chiad scór treis de second dagra haar ó sin. Ní fláir nó bhí cúpla focail cruúig an ag lehan móna agus tá crot níos fearr.
Tá agus uanta nóir a bhín tú gimar gan na gaotha an sa stíl imirthe tá go na brín sin níos fearrad, agus bhí únarm na Sarsfileds sa chéad cúpla Pocamak a bheith just dimar siad ní ródaí fada isteachí an lína 5 méadar nó mar sinnde agus sais bhí Feakle an just é sin an glanna go héascaibh, so beidir go méid sin níos fearr just an imar trína línta fé mar a dhéon siad sa chéadla.
Leis mar sin aige Daniel Hogan an Counson, búir isteach aige tá siad sásta stig, agus muinte Chorcaí méthe chun tosig a réist. Bhear na slúmátá Adam Hogan. Roar Lorna Páirc suas potún live seála, tócan sa aige Cian Darcy, Con Smith a cintún a bech feic a dul isteach rá hap gach Colin McCarthy an trusa, cúig beidir a stad an spruch ar chlé agus ar fóraí.
Just ag dul amach go dtí an taobh san sin an 10 ceann.
Johnson búirt aige Luke Elliott. McCarthy a réist. Collis Gatenson aige Martin Daly. Fáil a go raibh Eric Immertonson sé bíana sucha hin, Michael sa chása.
Agus sin Colin McCarthy dá nó ché go libh a cardi á cábhaige bín sé gimmart an Mhuileáin na Páirc ag jidim siaristeach na cosantóirí agus ní bhín sé gimmart an éair ar imil na ceanóige agus seo ceann fad amach inis agus níl aine an Sarsfileds leis stig de 35 méadar nó mar sinnde ón gúil. So cad a hálóig má bhúlann sé an posta ní lisagam.
Well, ort galore, fad galore, ach níl sé crin galore sin ráich an sa chéile ar fóraí inis os na puck an na saoire. Rhys gan ein bhíl ar an glár an puck amach a hógant, bútan sa aige Packy Daly nar águr rian an a ríre chórsaí sa chéadla. Obervansa Stephen Conway. Ach Beramore siúd oberva sa chásan aige Cillian Roach. Ach an sitar fósa don I dro chúl na Carnach agus chúl na Sarsfileds.
Going peog ag muinte Feakle Michael Kennedy an farte bhína bhí sé dúra an sport agus níl a bhíon ceann na cáin áiríre. Bud a rí sin is tá cóstaí a bhaid níos tena agus tá cosantóir sa bhreis ag Feakle tuisciúil Colin McCarthy ag mar do Mhuileáin na Páirc.
Puck sleasa gan a bheith úntach. Ag a háling ar fad aige Hogan féhrú Cartenson, nis perts na sála ar Daniel Hogan. Steachnaí Jack O'Connor. Búirte fé leo aige agus búirte yes aige. Agus ar fóraín, beidir go méid iste cáisih na nationals a fós.
An áiríre tá líróid mar sinna go inachan na taobhlína bacóir é a bhúla trasna nó fiúáin é a bhúla siarach an a bheith déanamh tá fáin géad idir chuine go mór.
Tála sa Sarsfileds an san sinna bheith chiimeádach Daniel Carney, slick siar aige trú, an nuas mátá chuna sa chail Jack O'Connor cumán, Aaron Myers inis, an peinte clára aige Myers. An nuas a ríist aige Jack O'Connor achrathú.
Massan got hit on Comanas, just to bull a beag dóibh stocha ach score Mahan son ag Myers agus ag an omsá bidir an líróid a cogad Myers an plan de curva head ag na Sarsfileds.
Sharp tá fragramátach agus is Sarsfileds an chúl agus peinte lua na Feakle agus a bhfuil Radegan Tarla hen son Paul Leopold in the hasamh os cord an réitóra.
Tugug Sinto stock agus de bhúlse das muinte Feakle an son just cíimian an sohin is just fór sé sunki go deire. No, níach mar an sonach just
Nís mó ná sunk. De bhí sé ar a ónan lara fisiciúlach dom sa chéad le tá sin is seún. Agus Shane McGrath. I ddírig an bharna a chungú go pointan sa hanis. Níor chóirgimach ein dacrach de tá sé fénig sásta leis sin a sodrasteach a drán chúil ar éist. Bharna slúatara.
Agus sin an rud an áiríre seo hí an cluthe an líróda choiristachtaí McGrath ag Feakle nó an líróda choiristachtaí Aaron Myers ag na Sarsfileds. Sin is an comórtas an áiríre.
Traiceann an sanna get Owen Murphy, siúgadí Eva Quilligan. De Craven na chláir de bhódarar ag creatlach sa chléith lechanis ar chrudan ó garna sa chléith canis. Smach an asan sanna get Leopold. Seachan na cuis céimena. Vannacht teanta leis a dóibh léine. Scópa trastal san an cosantóir le cuis. Tócamachas an nummer teach Hogan an son agus bhfuil an bheirt Hogan Adam an chláir Daniel Chorcaí agus an stutter slachta ag Feakle ar éist. Packy Chorchan Keane an son Packy Daly bhí cheartta marrá. Go leor seileadh á chéile ag an dá iireann. Steach Ishal an trosa. Daniel Hogan buca isteach agus na Sarsfileds umdachasa agus tá Sweeney leistigh dach tá pass bhfuil roiada Quilligan a tacht bhí sé ceartta de Quilligan é sin a bhuachtant. Déanta go maith agus Sweeney. An takeíocht dán agus a rééis go mí rócrach an chosint, mí rócrach ach carléiseach ag Owen Daly.
Stóch an réitóra rága tugug Sinto an son nó just go brúge cíimiad an sohe. Ever Quilligan son just a culture fight no sick and go agus no Darcy Shearer just the cosantóirí tactisteach an son the feeling in the commission more on son ach Thomas Walshar ag déanamh an cinenne gur tugug Sinto an son sa grim agus puck séir is na Sarsfileds.
Bolgum pointe Asamadale ag Daniel Hogan sé hinnig a Hogan puck séir ní flár. Feichan caiiciistan a bheith canis na mún gandáut Adam Hogan, Eva Quilligan agus Con Smith beis sunnadul America go Miami istóile Magna Máireach an choréile de bheithil an chláir mithe ach danidir súd de lechanis seo na mún agus má rihin leo tróna beis international na gléthe canis. Pointe tóca go Hogan. Sin a bháfeinte a réiste. Fós idir gá cheann na ná. Colin McCarthy fear leistigh dá. Paul Leopold with the buinte nu Macassa. Stachan sagad í Colin McCarthy níos into háireacha. Stach a Lárslí ábhar luas a Darcy mar a fisce again a réist. Gramo Begánín túhalach an son. Agus caig Feakle na kippen na pocken as there so a hachint.
On Daly and son just in a cuss or just okay you'll shake heart Peter. Just cuss order and son agus Darcy ag dul tríd agus ní dóilm go massam go raibh an smacht Ellenly Road caiilte ag Darcy ag an ám má cíimiad an son é just a bhúlan sin son agus bhí sé bhgáin caiilte just fág go ceanaisteach.
Cinnte
cuss isteach an son. Ceann profisiúnta stocha.
Well, Daly stig mar nafil Evan McMahon ar fáil. De chortaigh sé an cruisier sa chléith lechanis a gcuine creatlach an son. Agus bhí Daly stig de chléith canis an chúnta. Daniel Hogan, ordthaige, ní bheith an dacrach le fáid an crinnes an cheist tá san neisige.
Bhín an scór an son ó Adam Hogan agus tá sé gimach amach go háir sa dá lehanis.
William Ragra again Curry and Chlór. Dieta go deas agus tá Bert leisting de hánig de cosantóir macha down to chéile an pass táchtach Stephen Conway Sástan point a Hogant and then tó bhaile sin a gcónail ar a cúlán.
Bit of a chance on there, right? Actually, just a bit of couple came in, came in on Sunday, right? We treated you, Sarah, a have clay on Sunday, direction Lirodo, but the Visha sauce, lesson Gulin. But the ordinary tagging chance in the cooler, getting Hagen Chidorish.
The Stephen Conway Stiglish and Glor at the Jerry the Bian Shikaticus Tusta Biana saw. Cork does the play group as a Glor and Lena. Achtur Shemishnach and so then Feakle. Put Ishlige Oshin Clown, Shane McGrand Sprook, Smach well being Pam Gama, Achnisha Letige Murphy, Ta Porter Shoot Mota, McGrath, Ganina Corbruta, Leader, Bekerkamach Colleen and Saw, August Hawahal.
And a score when Owen Murphy and a far, but we didn't have fresh like Feakle on August not a culture, dear Callan Trasnon, August a Rish, Nila Colleen at Renish.
Sha La Ballig Seed and Turnala. And feint to Vine. Catmore, Foss and Sawdust to Sarsfileds. Elliot, Omega Fiachan Keta, Glushach, James Sweeney against Adam Hogan, Mark Holodra Gashud, Pontashama or Heavy to August Turt. Gentleman Sweeney, Hogan, Lesson, Localer, Jerry here, Astru Sheleva, the Feakle, and Fedla Tachta Deershin, Packy Daly, Slicky Sheernson. Fossa Cork, agus Bedigan Uxha Sheliverist. Will Collinsonson, Nielerson right tour. Feakle in a Shawachel, Elia Macharahenig, Mortis Kinne, Mortis Prost, Agus Kunta Agast, Schultes Stachenson, Harrison Trasno, and again to Tommy Coram.
And a score go Johnson on 2 and Sunday for Oxon I can't on Thompson Sweeney came from just not Kasha team product the Koshugadi Jack O'Connor August Arish on Sun Feakle like Adam Hogan the block all Dassinchin August Pugshid and Liro the Makari 2 August Hannah Trasnon August Nish Talk Clehown.
Shad 3 feet as a Kale and Nishiga Curry in the Chlór on Brisha Tokensa Killian Ban and the Hecha Oshin Clown Sakhunilla Myers Nafi Lecho Fikalach Saturnilla Carney, the Russia and Ireland Husson Thorenson, Shigrin Girich Balash, Brian Murphy, Gary to get Farah Tocher, August Quilligan attacked the Machanish. Kerenio Mutiug, a Vigno Vorledal, Tan a Hunna attacked again Feakle, Berter Elliot, Kunzmana against the Sarsfileds, Stechensa, Emil Avoide, Graham Febro, Skira and Flitter Tochtach, Slachte again Killian Roach, Pahansa. Trusting the Páirc again Brian Murphy, Ben Graham, Arisha Fada, Ta and Cosantor Lacosh, Fosso, came out to get it, Ta Varga, Commissioner Sadarsti, Achni Vurshan Passo Elliot, a Machanishkani Jack O'Connor, Omega Bound the Herfahenig, Marco Hogan, Augusta Sarsfileds, a Herchantossigarist.
Yeah, well, bin Immert, Coimert Ma, August Coimert Clishton, Shinai, just the Hochid on the road on Coolbyre, Sus on Sundalana Park, August Mockery, Jack O'Connor, just Hashi Stock on Sundays, Krisha and Trasnon, August Shinu says him with the Vegi Tastal on the Sarsfileds and Son, Mohastino and Claire Shaw Vukan, and the road of Coro, Gunnagoodin, a good topic, August and Sparse Crohu.
Sha, Packy Daly and Afla Hochmi and the Deer, they shoot Punchak and Bark and Ishagas. Well, Con Smith and Farah de Chute, Trustig the Hogan, nach Nirasha Kringelor, Egan Lachuli Lor, Roya Nachanish, Don Sorton Batoon, Cadalev on Irsha Erchursi, and Faint Avoin, Huntosig. And the husband Saturnala and Darden get out Fanny given his father gun in the Guihe. Nisharesh and I began skill to Darcy Tapig. Dent to come on, I Smith, Eagle, a career dull sheer, Dent House against Smith. The son of Versher and Shit of Ferry.
Yeah, Rookshit for 3 on the road on Son August near Shake Dolly and I deny there. August Shinny Road and Ishtana, Sarsfileds talk. Shane Regan, I talked to Stark, August James Sweeney, talked to Marcus Stoker.
Nish, Adam Hogan, a Vegalano and Shane O'Regan. Hogan, if any more long, Cooley fell out. Éanú mar diúgla dul. Áit a gluthe ceannis chluban na mún le buachtain agus éhar chuilegan na gcuine na gaothe á bhla chofad agus is féiles agus é búirteistigh seo seansanis anna bhlacáil ar fad ag Leopold a tócar antá ag Stephen Conway an Grain Cure ag Stephen tá sé ar fóríl ag Conway. Well, get Raymond Ban a bhíon chéad Chanson.
Chanson night better go McCordo just a fool han trasnon san ach dokáil ma ach ar fóríl an son.
Well, capture Hennig made a grab again. Sturk him in heads can fóríl cos a tarnila. Mar a bhfuil Dollamóram ach mar an siad go fáil Owen Chewy gláfaint a fachta ge Owen an méid sin dianta go díal go dí a Shane Donlan Shane McGranish a réist chun cíine a gos an tóir ach é tamáint amach seo ceann táchtach Chewy ag bhfuil san a chlé tá spéalach ag Owen Chewy seans úntach mehelesra.
Bin an Tanson son agus dá bhaíoch sé agus iad a choráis a cóscóirí déanam méid le dulbhíoh seanna háchtach má scór but tuaigh sé sin séis muín na Sarsfileds inis agus beag sé séis ceann féad do Feakle mar gach seansainn tú inis right tá sé táchtach.
Sé go dainn ach tá tarach ar am coll le Elliot Fevroen sa RW Martin Daly an son ach an cinenne dulta na chine live seáil déantar a dalbhaige ar an Schlitter an son.
The vein sleek of it actually are doing some Feakle just a rook shell and Sunday right Chaoimh am looking at really Jericho score and Farte Vina agus an Tor Conisco Vetic they are doing son agus Nish mai in the Sarsfileds Coolin and so big Shamarsites Tarnas and corner better
Marshin ta 9 Cadal Golor Ama Tamáinte chofads na tána chorpaige Graham agus a countin léite go deas an sunnisting Ron O'Connor. Búirte fada I Joe Ban ach a réist. Potúnig an na bhéalsa go níochan tú asta do gná. Óna déile techan Páirc inis ón na gan a fuair an cúl ciniúnach ag ceannis unchúnta agus sé Oisín O'Connor atá a prin fear dhéana an áirteist an unig mar sin an bheirt cúnaí buntamachcha.
Mar dúirtún san na gan tháinig sé chun Páirc sa craobh clé agus fuair sé an cúl ciniúnach sin do Feakle beidir go bhfuil siad ag súil go bhhaíoch sin rud céanna arís. Ná únálum an son nó réicdúir an barc inis leis na Sarsfileds ní léine có os cór Shane McGrath yes tá ihre sé inis óil morfií cúlú siar bagáí but tá bhíoch dámbeach an í ród ag Feakle an son de bhí seansacoir a choristeach ach inis tá an morfií dulta siar.
Tá go dainn agus McGrath teachta réist Conor O'Sullivan mar chólódar réiteoir ráile thoileanna i go raibh ledanna. Trastan na Páirc go dtí Ben Graham. Bhí Graham dóthairta ag Feakle ar chósaí go dtí tríú cheann nach tá leir batún déanta hinnecha. Carney agus gúla mór méidech mar a thugus ar endanún in na bhfuil Donoghue ní hasan sé siar. Collins déanta go Shane Regan ar Adam Hogan. An feit a bháin an Ronan déanta chaine talúint fós. Well, an Diarmid Sullivan an Charrig agus ba Charrig Carta Noonan is mó gúla an torta. Beidir go réach sé lebrnach mar go bheith bhfuil pantáiste a heimhíirdige.
Well, an ceiste tá in san ní kind of céan fáin á bhúil Daniel Carney an lí ród mar a bhí an seansaige ní hé an duine mór ar an barca agus tá an lads ó Feakle mór go leor so becordmh an lí ród a bhog go tapig.
Colin McCarthy an glíán hawl agus tá peinte fíorthachtach a fachtaige an santas na Sarsfileds. An a feinte, chá cheann atara. Tá 8 motó scoráil Feakle go dernach. Bhfuil an tobar mithe iníos sníon ceis Daniel Hogan a déanamh go dtíar fad Myers a bhaint amach agus déanamh son an bhart. Péidir Gabine Kenna van nou nog in de VT gedacht aan de doellaan Feakle.
Ja, Shin Myers en Ishtin Shin Moran sin moet op Vogshestakel Brian son of fake. Den o meer en son o Carol Tasha Mohanish and Ish Sakunya agus better go Shinanitis Fardo.
Sha she yes terug against the Sarsfileds. Digging fin of Unson again Feakle will count alle fos Kurstach Forrail. Ronald Bismine voor Hasuda had Tristel of Eimert. Maar de lucht naar hem op en goed 5 seconds. Adam Hogan, Kashkier ongeloord en Lena. Zo hangen volume aan ta, toket sessies on Murphy. Machen ze Carl McCarthy-ish. Gent de grassige Darcy. Shelva Chimad against the Sarsfileds Jack and Daniel Hogan-ish, trusting the Elliot. Beg Lewis Carney Tastol, Fachtige. Hun Kingery Elliot. Cudda Favreau, Gentleman Donlan, Jeremy Cleason and Sunhays, Eluric, Agasig, Egalef, Vuchli, Feakle, Alvalunt Ahoot. A Megale the answer is to come. Dacker, en Grave Kunta Vochtend. Carney, Agasoshin Donlan, the Kurani the Kalen, Stittock off a horse to Bert. Kege Wagon counts on the guest of Sarsfileds. Keta Tristel of Eimer to Ronald.
Well, Caffar on son the Feakle Kinta on son Darnoy Shane McCartan Agus Darnoy on Tui on son over the knee. Though he and Agus Stephen Conway didn't go Makoma Agus Donlan Agus in the Sarsfileds with some Sakidla Kahila de V Kian Darcy Imham Pagani Nasting Leha or reach Darnoy Daniel Hogan Agus Darnoy Bader Aaron Myers na trúr de Sarsfileds has him off.
Owen O'Sullivan took a stach against the Sarsfileds and Council Mehamach. Agus na Carroll County Forrail. Ach Tostiga Johnny Crowley nach Fedish Osna Fish of a Skillig a Fool. Susan Sagas Burtiga Raymond Ban. Oh, we get Feakle and Council Shottish and Osa McGrath. Laka and Oska Carcalor. Jack Rachtig Emilio Jerry here in the Sarsfileds attack the Mach. Council Bochtend, niet zo nodig. Asmech aan de eerste Fadenson. Daniel Hogan. Stakri Myers. Ordoik son. Na Garhamulte. Olach Lente. Na Sarsfileds.
Ja, en de score son agus an Schläger. Voetboel van de Talone. Agus Goody Myers a tight in of Gomahari Johanni Shamachen son Rish Goody and Cunha. Agus an a score fad agus Inish Keller. Fuinte mar faras Baraka agus bit of Cúig no méid no sin de dul Cork go méid an board na Sarsfileds on buinte seo.
Sha Craig Lee hin Shannon Dúr tak isteach. Dere dienten sa ige Luke Elliot. Ach wil dere diente ige Feakle sinni an cheist. Trino met ledol. An nosen son agus a reist. Na Cosentori Leahy in a mask. Gan en Sokra has points. On kleine Shasturu, Myers a Munster all a Hogan, a Crow, Agus Tan Lewis, Kenna a Rachika, a Kainter Lewis, a Machkadi Jack O'Connor, on Kid Huron, Coraga get Jack, and Yannick Son and Vartnu, which are 4-1, on cool a board to get, a 4-1 or Jenny here. Nishtan Farsut to Martin at Devlina, Johnny Crowley. Oh, to Gleh Canish the moon. Agus Neil Gentleman for the Corky and Echer the Grave the moon. Oh, boy, Palino hands on my Glavi Lissanay, Shachono Sullivan. Pegani Big Moul, the mayor to Pegan 4 Bader. Agus ta Vietach, Feakle score right and so. Dardoch Shay Manam and the Forne. And Nordish to Lapway. Porter Williga Stephen Conway. And Lannon and Clitterimach. Ni Fedish Ordach. Dianig a Cholackia, Shinny, Killian Ban. Put this a spot against Fire and Lewis, the Cossagamachter Dollar against Shane McGrath. Conrad Sullivan a Canadlish, Ishtachanson Martin Daly Ishtig, Laka and Usgan Gossent, Brisher Fachtigan Murphy, Planta Goody Leopold. Oniglik, Carl McCarthy-ish. Tachtlash, Tig Daichela Cork, Sheshan County Kintogan Boa. Fachtigan McCarthy, plus the Sarsfileds.
Ja, agus coolín atra inis agus ní lach fácach beidir ceann ó méid na mar sin agus bin scóúntaach inis agus capas go bhfuil an réas an rás rit inis ag na Sarsfileds. Muna bhain Feakle cool agus ní écann se go bhaig siad.
Well, beg me to testile in Ishwa, Johnny Crowley, a Prabernig, Edith Evelina Hennigs, Harry Armand, and Son Fairness Stats, that's the Sarsfileds, a raised and Lena Lawn Hulchin, Dakrachti Colusa Tarnilla, Aftashit Sakrahashis, and Meg Craig Lee, Tustun Hied Lila, Shin Kesht, a Lawson Sonner Shane O'Regan, Farrella, a Vegasul Gazastation Hied Lila, Tash Shaking Dig, Currafori against the Sarsfileds, on Harrig Agason Cruliach. Edith Evelina, Achtá Trechanis Kinte le Sunru, Immert, agus Chrinnis, na Feakle, Istechan Sagdi Shane O'Regan, Puertos a Hune Shiriga Farch the Conna Billary, Abugan Chreva Gorkigan Tachum McCarran, agus tá Fate the Fachtiga, shaking in a show. The second Fáca agus tá Robert the score na fachta díanach inis. I guess the Sarsfileds cúpa under the techtastechan sa Jerry Dienta ige Martin Daly agus tá Feakle Danlin agus Gadain Féin Ger Hanrahan took istechan inis. Cháiniam with the Dertal Lemastolium a chuigan réiteoir leis. Ach tá Graham inis. Docht I guess the Sarsfileds ar chórsaí tá Aaron Myers óhas níomar tróna istigh le sénig cad é mar hasbátas.
Sinnéad an oid that sé mú leis féinnig agus maíonn sé líródan san agus é séir déanann sé do máiste.
Seach in the fainty as a chéile I guess the Sarsfileds inis. Brisha tóca ga Cian Darcy. Gremú begáin Liberdachan son script a Harris again réiteoir. Tá Lewis agus na cosa fósa ga Darcy díháilí anamh. Gaffa sír chofada le party da chéadach tá sé siúd buairteis na Jack O'Connor stoilm. Fachta ríiste ga Jack O'Connor ticket check with boss on. Tóca sé an peinte chun slacht a chur haspántas anamha le dénium ta nuas.
Tá rudí scuilt inis tá oid tamarán spás agus túsáid Jack a chuid Lewis and son.
Cetarrán agat mar leach a chonil.
Well, cé go raibh bhíos idir Burton son don na Sarsfileds ar Myers an son a cúilte as an gléhan son le fada bud capas go raibh Adam Hogan ar ós ar fad sa céad feithin ó méad an son sa dara le go háide ifre héideog an son Daniel Hogan don na Sarsfileds sin marráha mar líachant léthe.
Se dag sé rianar chórsaí cinnte agus tá Port na Feakle seinte an sa.
Cinnte nóra bhí an obair le déanamh an son chur sé gacród isteachón agus sin a bhuaig na líróidí líróidí ulcamána defa bhí ar an talamh bhí sé stigan ngacéon rud agus bhí sé lánachta ngacéon rud má i dhéanamh na Sarsfileds na tosathe.
Se le búta go maige Shane McGrath ach níana bhain tans féin spéir go scuilech Brian Murphy isteach tá sé búta ísio na gceann mátá. Craig Leahy agus Gadain Féin tána dóg stéite go Thomas Walsh agus tréistas na Sarsfileds le ceannis chorcaí a chailiúint trí seachna ó hinú mar sin tá siad curachan ebre réist agus tá anna bhua fachtan sáca a gléile le cheannis na mún. Tá chur Feakle an chláir tríal bhahara luas a tarna le. Gadain Féin siad leid an chláir is fear a hosig sa chéadle agus a tarna le. Ach leis an ráirta paintí sin ochcína sa chéile ar déirithir Aaron Myers an ceálaach ar fad de bheith Daniel Hogan lecht na himradár le dún ó Grady agus tá Aisling úntach na Feakle takeach an críthe ach beisiad sásta goma go bhfuil creimhachúnta búta sa chláracha ach seo deis úntach anis. Dus de Sarsfileds beg bailibh gan mar rowan na núda sachla canis ach ní bheith buchlaí chorcaí seasamh siar ná é an scór dénach an a barci chuomh le canis na mún na Sarsfileds héna fé cúig Feakle héna seachtaíag.
Good, I'm Michelle Aaron Myers. Aaron, fantastic performance today. Can you sum up how that feels now for you at the moment?
It's brilliant for the group, after the disappointment of the county final, waiting the last 4 weeks to kind of put things right, and thankfully today then we got over the line, so.
And how did you get yourselves up for it?
Well, it took a few days now, we won't lie to you, obviously losing county final is tough for any team. But at least we had another crack at it, so I'd say just following Saturday, I suppose we knuckled down all focus is on Feakle, And thankfully the boys all pulled together there today, you know, in a tight battle, and we got through it.
And your own manager mentioned that he left it up to the players, that it was he that kind of drove it on more.
Yeah, he kind of left it up to us in the dressing room. I suppose after the county final there wasn't much said really, and the players just kind of pulled together, you know, and we decided to do it for the management and for the club and for all the efforts we've done over the last 2 years together. So fair credit to all the lads, you know.
Well done, brilliant. Fair play to you.
Cheers.
Sha is leergraf na hemmelori deal with a shall shacht no better kikis nos. Dus Ronald, Palle we konden het hebben geen chance hoe tot de Sarsfileds in de gunne.
Well, in our area, ni horing me moran chance de e gonna buy we gonna mass and gorishi maron continue to ni one done crev the moon crev the Hurling come ach is ook we aan die mo na Sarsfileds in Nordic tradition says on nav tash points as you she gonna Ballygunner he's in the Bortaric agus picture the gear ye shot a corner gart mass Feakle but mass and go make ground continue to force ag Ballygunner to make a book.
Well, came it as an kikis of Violet Talech let me Hello, Donald.
Tagadain Lech na Himmer AIB and Shaw Daniel Hogan. Daniel, congratulations, you're a relieved man. The smile tells the story. You're through to the final. How does that feel?
It feels unbelievable. Like to be here now today after losing the county final and getting through to a Munster final, first time in Sars' history. Like it's special. It is special. Like, and it's hard earned, and as you see out there, it was hard earned, but like it is special now, to be fair.
It's the 5th time you competed in a Munster semi-final. The 4 other ones had gone against you. So tell us what was different about this time.
I think what was different was when we actually lost the county final to McKillie, we kind of took the week to ourselves because we were so disappointed. But when we came back, it was more like Johnny now and the management team. They kind of put it on the players to drive. Like, because they were like, if you're not going to buy into getting to a Munster final for the first time in history, why should they? So it was kind of the players bought into it, and then the management pushed in behind us, and it's just that's what I think it was. The difference was just the players really bought into it for the last 3 weeks, and you could see it out there that the work rate and the turnovers, everything from us were unbelievable.
It was level coming down the stretch, and all of a sudden I think you got 8 unanswered points there just to really seal the deal. Just tell us about the importance of getting that momentum and picking out the right man in the right place to take the score, etc.
Well, like at half time we were up at half time, but then they came out and got the goal to level it, and like we were just kind of like, oh geez, it's not our day. But there coming down the stretch, you just know that we went that like our forwards today now, to be fair, worked so hard. So you know, and your forwards are working hard and getting turnovers like that. Like all it is you get the ball, you're going to be bottled up. You look for the man in better position, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who scores. When Sars are going through, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter who scores whatever or who doesn't score.
And the bigger picture, you know, it's 2016 since Glen Rovers were the last Cork team in a final. Year back there now, it's 2009 since Newtown won the last Cork team. Can you bridge that gap?
Oh, well, it's Ballygunner, you said we're playing, like, so, like, Ballygunner are going for 4 in a row, I think, in Munster, like, they're going to be very, they handed us to us last year, we only got 9 points against them, they absolutely wiped the floor with us, so, like, we know the challenge that's ahead of us. Obviously, we want to win it, obviously we're going to be there to compete, but we actually said it before, and we're not worried about representing Cork, we're representing Sars, we're representing our community, they're the people who come out and support us, so, like, at the end of the day, we're going to go out, give everything we have, and do everything we can to try and get over Ballygunner, 100%.
Sure you will. Daniel Hogan is still lech Namer AIB. John Callan of Running and Gradam are Daniel Hogan.
Well, Porter against the Sarsfileds. Kijker als ik 4 gaan aan de lader. With the geen 20 fantastic trash. 8 nummers te glezen. 8 tweede geen Carl McCarthy. Le couple point en son. Agus de handen daar naast weer de Cork en son zijn 8 nummer dieg. Agus en son een cool. Een coole score Aaron Myers. Ik ging tegen haar niet aan boer gooien zo. Zo'n andere kennen we nog geen vriend egle hammer. Zo tarne laat aan ik 4 gaan naast aan de lader. Hen zich het groepen nummer. On cool of fuck again over Quilligan. A Chaoimh Cursi, ik weet zelfs aan mijn son. Lashley tweede tarne laat de Cork. Hen schacht die een teef. Ach, a son gedere. De pointige lady Jack O'Connor, Carl McCarthy, Aaron Myers let streaking die son. Och in het gele. A hawk. Door beter de Sarsfileds. A weg. Le Ballygunner. Le play canish. AIB in the moon. Fake on Kaikisha.
Agus Lomanish, Tá Banistor and Aforna, Johnny Crowley. Johnny, you gave a big sigh of relief, I'd imagine there. You're over the line, you're through to the final. Job well done today.
Yeah, absolutely. You just summed it up. Job well done. You know, I suppose the fear coming into it was the fact that, you know, we had been beaten, you know what I mean? And it was how we're going to react to that. But, You know, as I said to you earlier on before the game, you know, we kind of met the players, we asked them to drive the bus, and you saw out there today who was driving the bus. They were absolutely immense from 1 to 18, and we brought on 19. They were superb, absolutely superb.
Yeah, and then maybe other years, the players have put a lot of pressure on themselves. Possibly you played with a little bit more freedom, even at times today when things weren't going well. Sars always came up with 1 or 2 answers.
Yeah, I suppose. Look, I suppose our ethos during the last 2 or 3 weeks was like we have terrific hurlers. We have a fantastic panel of players. We have an amazing group of young fellas, and at times we'll probably question their hurling ability is second to none. You know, we were asking them like their effort had to be greater than their talent today, and I think out there today, you know, our effort was superb. You know, our talent is unquestionable. It's always going to be there, but just the effort today was absolutely brilliant. You know.
You know that Ballygunner won the other side of the draw there this afternoon. You came off the back of a 17-point defeat to them last year in the first round of the championship. It's a big gap to bridge. You're already, I'm sure, starting to think about how you're going to get over them now in a fortnight's time. How big is the challenge, and can you get over it?
It's a huge challenge. It has to be. They're probably the best club team in the country for the last 8 or 10 years. They're unbeaten in Waterford for I don't know how long, 12, 14 years. So they're an immense team. Superbly managed, superbly the way they play. They're a great side. But look, if we're going to go in there with the belief that we've no chance, there's no point in turning up, we will absolutely, you know, have a look at things. We'll enjoy tonight, obviously. You know, winning a Munster semi-final don't come around every year, so we'll enjoy tonight, and we'll go back on the bus again tomorrow as a management team. We'll sort what we have to do. We'll look at them, and we'll set up a plan, and you know, we'll go and meet them in 2 weeks' time, and again, it'll be fire with fire and see where it takes us, you know.
Yeah, you're through to the final for the first time. The Munster Cup is the O'Neill Cup, named after a former great from the Sars club, Billy O'Neill. It has been the season of shocks. I don't need to tell you, Johnny. Could you line up another one now against Ballygunner?
Absolutely. Look, I mean, again, if we're going to go down there with the attitude that we've no chance, we've no chance. We will absolutely do everything in our power to produce the best performance in a Munster final for our club, and we're really looking forward to this stage, you know.
Best of luck, Johnny. Good Mahu. All right, fair play.
Well, mar a chuiste go seamar a bheith go canis na mún an son. Ballygunner verklaardige leis na Sarsfileds ó Cork an son, agus beag sonna gwindíomh gan dát an sa GBO. Ronald dúirt Daniel Hogan afid de gimmer de Cork ach de chunta Cork céá táchtach a háise go dúirt na Sarsfileds de spantas má agus beidir sin a bhuchtint mar ní bútige Cork go gábile san é.
Well, but yes, another da mocht na Sarsfileds go sorry go club Corky gyd agus nar fwyg Corky on commod solo o gafilig tne. But in our area vi Adam Gartmar or vi Daniel Gartmar touch de gimmer done na Sarsfileds touch de gimmer done co-loader he's on chin agus on co-fobble he's on sonnig long Meyer agus Ballynahone agus you know big she's on tour taki to do but you know on 10 buntage to one talk chorus that I did stock on Sunday ni den or kailun to ko big gachtan ag súga meid Ballygunner ag buachan agus ní déanú chaún tos fidlo gachar de cábh mar de fan na seachas a cábhúa agus chuisteach agus é tomáinte roig.
Claesan an géad lá de bhíine nó agus mar an beise go indíad beo an sa TG Cahir.
So cohort agus mar sin leis na Sarsfileds chun chéad chuid den job dentacha sé sin an lábhanúachtar áil chumann Feakle ón chlár tróna. Is come Ballygunner is a law ella agus kihi she conna savegiko agus oka kahler agedol she is tres limid lo leis na Sarsfileds vi blianta ella agus grevdinia kind fu hug gahadish is agus a shoot agus ella a vochant agus near yenadere in Juve.
She agus is on immer to rinne she de Hena she or Aaron Myers kademers tuspontas a hug she Jack O'Connor honig she go larger stacks and immers goharis a darla Carrie Fint John immers score Daniel Hogan Kesher call she Kuplikan score she Sheikhin or agus you know vi sé tilte acabo hef an scóráil de viidir níos fear sa dar le creaachna siad go leidir scóráil siad níos mósta céad le an aina guithe tá sé Jackar sin a chreidúnt.
Yeah, agus na cúlíní a bhuaige dóibh. Fuidir ocúlín mar as a chéile, viidir chora me tacht sias le denóment le dulnú mar sin agus hánaidir an nóstrain.
Hánaidir nóstrain viidir ag strachel sa céad le den tarna le ní léon dul fu sin ach sa carú dernach Feeder or fad. Nís mód fuineh, nís mód luas ag na Sarsfileds ná ag Feakle agus look Feakle tasbanta seo ó Aaron Myers fi sé dochrit fad agus an hasbantas uig agus nóair a fuair siad de sensine ag deire an chluithe chuig gach ceann de Haran Spotta dómh agus tá momentum acáin sé dul chuig an lé ceanne sin ag ballavig an gan cúpla seachna.
Se agus lemanis tá duine de léchra mór na fórna le blianta fada is réad le mééis sin rá sin Daniel Carney. Daniel, you've heard for a long time with Sars, but this must be a proud day for you.
It's definitely up there. Like, you know, I suppose coming off the last of the county final, I suppose there was a lot of doubts, and we were wondering, would we be the best team to win Munster to represent us? You know, you just question yourself. And the weeks after were tough, but it's great that we were able to bounce back and put in a performance like that today. You know, a lot of pressure on Cork teams in Munster, and it's great to get the monkey off our back and come out here with a win.
And you've been involved in several of those defeats at semi-final level, so to finally get over the line, is it a sense of relief?
It's huge. Like I was involved when we beat Clonlara back in 2008, and we had a lot of close losses to teams like Delasal and Kilmallock, who went on and competed in All-Ireland Club finals. But, you know, I suppose, yeah, we know we're representing Cork, and we're a hugely proud hurling county, and hopefully we did the county justice there today.
Yeah, you mentioned the Clonlara game. That was the first round. You lost against Delasal in the semi-final. An interesting stat we came across coming into the final was that any team that had lost a county final against Imokilly, for example, had never beaten anyone at a semi-final level. Look, so to lift the heads and to get the game right today.
Yeah, it was tough a few weeks after, and I suppose it's an unusual position to be in, where you lose a big final and you have to go into the next stage. And I suppose we were uncertain about how we would come out today. You know, I suppose we had a couple of weeks of training where, you know, the sessions were okay. So just to come out there today and I suppose, you know, give the best version of ourselves, and I thought some of the young fellas were outstanding, and it's great that they were able to show everyone their talent today, you know.
Yeah, Aaron Myers back from Boston. It took him a while to get back on the team, which I suppose is a good thing as well, isn't it? Just nobody guaranteed.
He was fabulous, and like even the likes of Daniel Hogan and Cahill, we see these fellas day in, day out, you know, like they're really county standard, and you know, you've seen the class there today, and you know, I'm just super proud of the lads.
And Jack O'Connor and himself and Adam Hogan, what a battle they had.
Yeah, well, like, you know, Jack's getting used to being a county player now and getting closely marked in all the games, and you know, he takes up a lot of the defence's time for us, so it was great to see him kind of open up there a bit towards the end, and you know, it's great for Jack to be on the winning side.
And just to the point where, you know, about Sars, that you've been hot and cold in matches, and I think that's fair to say, and in finals as well. What was different about today, and what's been different about this campaign that you were able to lift yourselves?
Yeah, I suppose maybe the last focus is a bit more. Like you've seen people who would watch our games, we played a bit more traditional today. We kind of took out the spare man and went a bit more man-to-man. So I think it created a bit more accountability, and as individuals, I think there was a greater percentage won their battle today. You know, we just went back to basics a bit, and maybe that suited us a bit more, and you know, we might kind of develop something similar in the final. We know the challenge we have, but look, we've nothing to lose, and we can't wait for the game against Ballygunner.
Yeah, I suppose from a distance, and for years you probably looked at Ballygunner and admired them to a certain degree, but now you'll have to unpick how to get at them.
Well, we know them from last year, and we played them in challenge games all down the years, and we'd never be too far away, but you know, they're a super team. Their level of consistency is phenomenal, so we'll have to really knuckle down now for the next 2 weeks and try to come up with a plan to really have a go off them, and look, we can't wait.
Okay, well done today. Great victory.
Thank you. Cheers.
Carcalor Marshin, so Daniel Carney on a hostel Tom Kinta, Shahavega Gwingdiv on GAA Bio and Dara Shafton, the Shahoing, Clehalarchiana Shimona Lion, Balachashlon, Vic Ochagoin, Avoig Thomastown Tronon and Yovagus Kilcorma Kalahi, Agus Big Erigil, here on the going in I Clan Erishin, Clehalarchianish, Pella, Huiga, Ola. After Banistor, Eakle, Ger Conway, thanks, Ger, for coming over. I mean, in the first instance, you must be very proud of your men. They went down with their boots on today.
Yeah, sure, listen, we come down here with high hopes. We're beaten by a better team, but we are very proud of the lads. Like, they give a great account of themselves. A couple of things maybe went against us at different times. Maybe Sarsfileds got a run on us here and there different times, left ourselves a bit, maybe too much to do at half time. But all in all, yeah, very proud of the lads. And in general, it's a great year. I know any time you get beaten and finish off the year, there's disappointment, but they'll pick themselves up, and do you know what I mean?
And do you think that the experience, because I gather, like, I know you're disappointed, is it with the performance today, do you think that they maybe left a little bit in the dressing room?
I don't think so. Maybe, gosh, a couple of times we lost track of where we were there around the middle of the field, especially in the first half. Sarsfileds got a couple of runs on us, they got a couple of soft scores, maybe a couple of decisions, do you know what I mean, went against us at different wrong times, like, but no, in general the lads left everything out there. Very, very happy with the performance, like, in general.
Now, you did get a penalty, but do you think Sars should have been down to 14 men at that stage? Conor O'Sullivan, it was a fair big hit now.
It was a big hit, and sure, I don't know, the rules are there. Last man back and all that, but listen, that's the referee's decision. There's no point in I didn't get a right look at it. We were 70, 80 yards away, so I didn't see exactly, but did swipe across him. And what does it say?
Yeah, I don't know if we have that.
That's for someone else to decide.
Yeah, okay, but okay, I suppose just the overall picture. I mean, I suppose everybody has been talking about where Feakle have come from. I mean, I think it's only a number of years, 5 or 6 years, when you were down intermediate, you came up, you built that under-21 team that won the county, and you know, probably nobody saw this, including yourselves at the start of the year, getting as far as you did.
Probably not, but as I say, when you come into these jobs and you're involved in a team, like, you always have to believe that you're good enough to win a county final. Maybe you never even dreamt about Munster, never even talked about it, but you have to dream to, you know what I mean, or to believe that you're good enough to win a county final. As I said before, there was probably a few years there that we were building a team, and maybe the main focus was avoid relegation, but for the last 4 or 5 years there, that team has been getting stronger. We have a couple of good young lads in there, so do you know what I mean? There's still a lot of fuel in the tank in them lads, like, so.
And I'm sure you'll be hoping to build on this. We know how competitive, ultra competitive the Clare Championship is. You won't want this to be a single season.
Oh no, but as you know, if you know the history of Clare, it's very hard to put back-to-back in Clare. There's fierce competition. I don't know, I read something there lately, the amount of clubs that have won in the last 15 or 20 years or something, like, just frightened the crossover of clubs. Like, no one seems to be able to dominate it. Ballier maybe got away there for a few years, the Bridge maybe, but still very hard to put it back-to-back in Clare. It's very competitive.
All right, thanks for coming over to talk to us, Chaoimh.
No bother me out, thanks.
Sha mar sin so seo a bheith going díobh I gceann caiiciise mar sin tá na Sarsfileds trí go cléthe canis amán na mún agus baile bheith gunnar a bheith lo in san gléithe sin agus imrófar é gceann caiiciise. Okay, so it's Sulam Gawil and tape sin réige going in agus cahal an puck Erica. So Ever Quilligan hog sin puck Erica gama ach dámar rud ag raibh Sars sios go cahar rimróide Covis cad a Hurling so.
Yeah, like sin an difriocht an cluthe agus is dóilm seg brenn ar bio gur corta dearg go bhí an agus Feakle McGrain sin ag brise tríd agus droch foile machas amach ag rinne Quilligan gama teach sús na Páirc an ise éascach an bulle tucan sin in se rá gur corta dearg gachaon níl an dara rair gig Thomas Walsh ach féchan seo droch foile ar fad tresna.
Ein ceiste go sa faoi sin Mark a dtíortha?
Sure bhí carta darg tilte aige ní léon dá faoi sin is going go léir parí na rialacha agus thug sé buile don nimór ón íochail agus gan dát. Ní léon ceis faoi bhí carta darg tilte aige.
Yeah, agus dámar rud é, like, is léir, you know, caithfidh go bhac chun nicamárna é, caithfidh go bhac duine éigean de iarrainn an réitóra é, bhí sé angard an bhirt bhuair cool, chunas nar dhéanaidir níos mó leis.
Sin an ceist, like, furan an réitóra na daoine eile atá in an cumarsáid sin dhéanamh leis cad a thaobh nar luaidar é, nó ar luaidar é agus nach rád ar cinnte faoi, tá sé dechar rá ach cheapfá go bheiceigh ceann amháin des na lads atá ag cabhrú leis ar an lá é sin agus go mbeidh siad lán cinnte faoi.
Yeah, well, sin in slí a héin sé tócha nuair a cléthe ó town leis sin comá Covis, cad a bheith tréis tarlúint amach an cinne sin imethe in aig na Sarsfileds. Bhí cool eile a going comá san gléthe comá Mark, agus sin an ceanna bhí ag Aaron Myers an son sa céad le, agus nar immer an irid son amáníochta im líana tá gatain in isise féchant agus a racad é mar ní bháin das na Sars ach beidir do chorcaig ní seach feiche seach blion díis.
Tá chorcaig agus tinná tá Pat Ryan banisteoir Corcaí tá sé ó na Sarsfileds, club Sarsfileds agus tá ag agus tá sé sin feice gom ó Aaron leis na blianta. Is imróir den céad scóthe tá sé an agus beidir go bhfuil sé sin an rud is táchtaí faoi tá sé an a líróid féin a bhuachant agus níl go leor imróirí cosúla sin ag gúnta Corcaí. So rug sé ar greimear an líróid agus annachríoch ar fáid. So tá sé díreach tá sé lán le crógacht agus is máí den céad scóthe comáile sin, so anna haspáanta súig agus peig siad ag féchant ir agus ag snúla rud céine sa cléthe cenis.
Yeah, okay, well cámí den is tasú a láir faoin cléthe cenis cahal mar rud amháin is se fuaran a bhí tréis craobhan chun dé a bhuachan den géadúir le fada Marianna Sarsfileds and so Tranón and Juvenile Feakle. Rodella Fade is Immerton ag Balivik Gunner I Gyan Kai Kisha. Like Tusig Lagamak Kadid na Haragonti Evarva Leshna Sarsfileds Kadachashi Den of Gyan Kai Kisha.
An rud ceann céine a goháin an méid a chuirsead ar forríl. Cúig iireachta ag a chuird ar forríl agus trí fach séir de bhiste go sin caiisiad ar hinna hachans. Ma dhéanann siad a rud céine ba bhailí gunnar ba siad búlte. Tá go leor búna acab, tá luas acab, tá éine tusa ítach, na fear lár Páirc tá acab, Jersey agus Kearney tá an luas acab, tá siad an boga, ba caibhlinn ítach idir iad sin agus síhin agus lífi, agus chomáile sin Caiisiid súla chuinál níos ar Páirc Mehanny agus mar a chuinnig luachmá caiisleán leinig. Man dhéanann siad na rudaí sin achas tócha an mai siad an cúlbáire a bóchant ar an cúlbáire ó Cíf sin é an ceiste smús tócha.
Yeah, like tá sé bhfuil se aní achar ar a gáin dhéanamh fábhar na Sarsfileds an céad leile?
Tá sé cos timpeall cenne an cúnta nach buntáiste an a bhór. ó hefs na Sarsfileds a bheith hinan Immerton ag má chuile, mar tá siad ar an levéil céine le Balivik Gunner. Ní léon dát faoi sin, tá siad ar ós ar fad mar ian. So, is sort free throw atá ag Sarsfileds den sa céad le eile na Balivik Gunner. Tá go leor talanna acu. Chúlamór ó Daniel Kearney an son go bhfuil na himróirí acu, ní léon dát faoi sin. Ach uaireanta agus tá siad feicthe a gomsa le cúpla bliana nós. Uaireanta bíonn an nómarcha béime ag na Sarsfileds ar tacticí. Agus nóair a kind of bógan siad an slitar go tapig go dtína fear atá dain siar a cosúla Jack O'Connor, cosúla leis na McCarthy's agus Aaron Myers. Tá siad har a bheith dain séireacht. Caithfidh siad taspáintas fuirfe a thuairt sa Léi Ceannis. Ní léon dá faoi sin ach tá seansa go ach mar a dúirt caithal go leor seachaí acu ach tá siad ag crothú go leor seansanna. Nor a hagan an lá ag Balivik Gunner má thugann siad na seansanna big seansa go.
Tá an luas acu caithal agus is malo ré línta díreach a beidir rud nach dahaníon le Balivik Gunner. Ach is shelf, like caiisiid shelf a áil ar dúis, agus go minic sin éon rud is dacran ag Balivik Gunner, mar ní dhéanann siad shelf go bog. So cá dosíonn Johnny Crowley in is ag olafú a ggur an cluiche mór.
Stocha chun chuirla chailtá ráite na lads agus atá luúta go an luas a bhí chun inniu agus an slí riidir leis an líráid is buntáiste sin dómh agus is láidir atá an bhrin chun dul ráig ach rud amháin heas amach domsa agus luigh Daniel Kearney ná gur chuir a reis go stíl níos mó tradiisiúnta agus gur kinda glachadar le níos mó freigracht as gachéon nimráir na éonar. Má há tú don chun dul suas a gcuine Balivik Gunner agus íireacht an sais stíl imethe immert a imríonn siad sa ní léine sa tír chomá le Balivik Gunner leis an stíl sin. So más ré go seaan siad suas agus má just máin tradiisiúnta Cúigur déag a gine cúigur déag agus gonéanaan tú íireachta líráid héin a bhuachan cosúla Myers beidir gur éis sin an chances feargur féidir a bheitcha.
Okay, tá Owen Quigley tagach and Lartling or Champan Sarsfileds. Owen, we're just discussing what you might plan in terms of say 2 weeks' time. It's a big ask, isn't it, against Ballygunner, but you have to take it on and believe that you can win it.
Yeah, it is a huge ask. I think everyone in Ireland knows how strong Ballygunner are. We obviously played them last year, it didn't go our way at all. We got a good hiding down in Walsh Park. So I suppose we've 2 weeks. We'll go back and look at them again, re-look at their matches, see if they've made any changes. But I think it's work rate, it's attitude, it's a bit more belief from our side. Our fitness is there, we have the speed. It's just a matter of getting things right on the day, and we're relishing the opportunity to play Ballygunner again.
And in terms of parking today, is that already done now?
Oh yeah, well look, it's the first time the club have ever reached a Munster final, club final, so we're going to go back as a team to the club and celebrate that like we always do with our wins, but from tomorrow morning on we've parked this game over Feakle. We're looking at the final now against Ballygunner, and we've 2 huge weeks ahead. We've a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of things we can improve on, but there's a great atmosphere there in the dressing room, great excitement to be back to get to the Munster final. I think they're very proud as a group of players to get there for the club. So yeah, we'll drive on for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Ballygunner against Doon. You obviously didn't see them today, but they were a bit scratchy. I thought the first half in particular against Doon got going after the break, but today against Lockmore they were dominant. They won by 10 and had very few faults, I thought. But
yeah, maybe 10 points, slightly easing up. I always feel Ballygunner get better as time goes on. You know, they have a good big break between winning Waterford and coming into Munster. They were maybe a little bit sluggish against Doon. I thought Doon were quite physical with them in that game, so something we can look at. But they get better and better as the year goes on, so it's going to be a massive challenge. But you know, we're going to have to put our best foot forward and really bring a proper attitude this year and try and get as physical as we can with them and ask a lot of questions of them that we didn't do last year.
Yeah, and can you channel a bit of that? Because, like, let's say the way that the county team has come from, you know, a bit back to really be competitive this year, and it's been a while since a club side from Cork was competing at this level. Can you sort of take hope that you're the ambassadors now for Cork and that you can drive it on?
Yeah, I think so. I think looking back over the last 2 years, you know, we've been the best club team in Cork, and we've tried to bring a huge fitness level into our game, a bit of running, and hoping we can mix it, long ball and short ball. As I said, there's huge belief there now in the squad, and we have to channel that. We have to channel that. The Cork hurling is improving, obviously, at a county level, contesting the All-Ireland last year, and you know, we're representing Cork this year, so we really want to put our best foot forward.
And can I just ask you there just about Aaron Myers, just integrating him back in? Was that part of the decision to maybe go along? He's very strong in the air, and he's, as we can see, he's very able to finish.
He's very well able to finish, yeah. I mean, Aaron was away in the States for a little stint as well, and he came back in an excellent year with us last year. He seems to be, you know, improving and peaking at the right time. But he's a potent forward. He's a very good hand, very good left and right, and he's well able to score goals. So, you know, we can play him out in half forward line or in full forward line or mix it in and out. So he's a great threat. It's great to have him back, and he brings that bit of physicality as well to the team.
Daniel mentioned that you've actually met Ballygunner in challenge matches over the years plenty times. Is there much you can take from that now? Do you feel like you know each other pretty well?
Yeah, we've played Ballygunner quite a bit in challenge games. I mean, they're only across the border there in Waterford. But again, it's completely different, you know. I mean, we understand, we think their systems, they'll know ours. I think we can take a lot from last year. But we hope and we feel we're a better team coming into this Munster final now. And there's, you know, we really want to crack at this. We've fought hard to get here, and I think we'll know a bit about Ballygunner, but we'll do our video analysis and we'll take it to them.
Okay, Gurmagadon na start against Tranona, best of luck in the final. Shashin Marshin, so Dara Denta Gwing and Tranona and Yov, so the Sarsfileds August Balavic honor of Egla Kele, Glehkanishamon and the Moon, Igaun Kaikisha, Sulgam, Gurvunch of Tanavas and Tranona Sport, Quebec and the Kele Rishan der Schaftner Shahoing, Slop.
Said I'm the one.
You don't play club. You live club. AIB, proud sponsor of the GAA Club Championships.
Call I'm to Carp?
More Connell.
The was.
Anek Madai. Sabine. Catch. And a farta.
The brawler and free shot on a laugh. Can't win or to twitch and tap.
Tá sé ag glicad do bháthair sír.
Níor bheith na ceart go tear do bháthair. Cén sort duine a bhíon fic.
Frá, Delún ag an láthréis lé, agus gach mór ar fád inis at tgcalis.ie.
Hybrid, plug-in hybrid, electric, Don't get confused. Get excited with Toyota, Ireland's best-selling car brand. Experience the power of choice from our unrivaled hybrid range with no plugging in to plug-in hybrids and the fully electric BZ4X with incredible offers, including power boosters of up to €2,500 or flexible payment options. Make the move today at your local dealer. Toyota, built for a better world.
Pampers are Punami proof, with a revolutionary Stop and Protect pocket to help prevent leaks at the back. So you'll never fear a Punami again. Pampers, leak-free night or your money back.
Sé de híine an naú lá fihead samhain, lá na bhótála le haig ol tábhacháin na héireann. Agus anis an tam le fálam faoin na hiarrthóirí tábhacháin I do gháil cheantar. Le go meid tú faoi réir le ráha é dhéanamh lá na bhótála. Sé do bhóta do gá. Cá bhóta an naú lá fihead samhain. An Comisiún Tábhacháin, Comisiún Neamhspleách Tábhacháin na héireann.
Do the best things begin with curiosity? Probably.
Make a smarter energy choice. Get 32% off electricity with the same rates all day when you move to our smart all-day plan. Switch online today at boardgoshenergy.ie.
This Sky Black Friday, spend less and do more. With 1 gig Sky Broadband, Sky Stream and Netflix for €49 a month. 1 gig lets you game, stream and go full speed. And watch unmissable shows.
Can you imagine to be remembered like that?
On Sky.
You like that? Yeah. Didn't tell me you like that.
Oh, and Netflix. All for just €49 a month. Our lowest ever price. Search Sky Black Friday.
It works instead of you. Even in the late hours, when you need it most, it makes you look good. It takes care of you. And you, do you take care of it? Use Finish Dishwasher Cleaner, the treatment that helps prevent malfunctions by getting rid of grease and limescale buildup. Treat it with care. Treat it with Finish Dishwasher Cleaner.